downloaded in the past 1.5 years, we have saved citizens $1 million in this time. Taxation attestations, which are meant for businesses, also have saved 7 years of waiting time for businesses. Usually, businesses need taxation attestations almost every day, and they used to have someone, a dedicated employee, who would go to the General Directorate of Taxation, wait there to get the document, but now they can do that in real time with just a couple of minutes. And application for construction permits, which is a total online application that has eliminated more than 2 million papers. So we are trying to be as green as possible. So I already mentioned that, so I'm skipping this one. Construction permits, it's one of the most advanced electronic structure, and you want to build something, then all the architects have to bear electronic signature in order to be legally valid. And in the end, the mayor grants you your construction permit electronically with his electronic signature. We have also implemented almost all the consulate services that the Ministry of Foreign Affairs offers to our Albanian citizens abroad, and they are offered online. The presence at the embassy or at the consulate has been reduced because there is an online application, and they only go there if it is really needed. Regarding the e-health, we have various e-health systems. I'd like to mention just 2 of them, which is the e-prescription. The doctors prescribe their medications for patients online, and they don't issue any paper anymore. So when you go to the pharmacy, you only show the pharmacist your ID card, and he can download the electronic prescription, and you can buy then the medical medication that you need. Also, the health card is generated in real time, only electronically. The process is 100%, the process of application is 100% online. You don't have to fill out anything because all the data comes with interoperability. So whether you are a retired people, whether you are working, eligible to get the health card or not. And the e-referral medical system as well. So the referral should be checked by a specialized doctor, then he can. On Albania, we have also implemented the rating system. So this gives the opportunity to users to rate the services and tell us more about their experience, issues or problems, or whether the service was great. And for our future, we are working on adding more electronic services to Albania. We have identified more than 200 services that can be implemented online, out of which 50 have already been technically developed and will be published on the Albania very soon. And 100 other e-services will be added to the portal during this year and next year. Thank you.
Thank you, Romina. Every time I see this presentation, I see more and more new e-services that are being introduced, and I think that keep visit Albania, to make your business life much easier, in terms of services that are being provided. Thank you, Romina. Now we have Mr. Kensi Celi from Albanian Investment Development Agency. Will take the floor and share a few words about some of the business opportunities, investment opportunities in our country. Please, Kensi.
Hello, everybody. I'm sorry. Thank you, Dita, for inviting me. It's always a pleasure when he invites me. It's about ICT, green, which is very good, and I like it. Sorry for not having a presentation for you today. Really, I didn't have time to make a dedicated one because I have a general presentation of AIDA. I didn't want to use that. But I'm not very sorry after these beautiful presentations. mine which will look not very good. So leave it.
Yeah, say that.
Okay. I'm representing AIDA, which is the Albanian Investment Development Agency. This is a IPA. It's called IPA in all the world. It's Investment Promotion Agencies. It's like Invest in Macedonia, for example, for those who are from Macedonia. AIDA is a governmental agency in charge for helping investors to attracting investors, promoting Albania as an investment destination on one side, and also we have the export and SME department, which helps exporters and SMEs in Albania to grow and to export more. So we are under the Ministry of Economy and Finance. Our board chairman is the Prime Minister of Albania, and AIDA services are free of charge. I am the director of the FDI department, Commission, and we are taking care of that in the sense that it's very important in the country to assist the investors for them to grow and not to leave Albania. Leaving Albania is the worst marketing you can do. So the biggest agency or the most powerful agency cannot make promotion or marketing if the investor is going out. Also, it helps for the employment, taxes, and everything. So here is one part of our case. On the other side, the SME and export department are working on helping SMEs with studies. Sometimes they do it themselves, sometimes the donors are doing that in order for them to find new markets and new products. We have four grants from the government. The Fund of Competitiveness, Startup, Innovation, and Handicrafts. So people that work in these fields, they can apply to AIDA. It's not 100% grant. It should be it's a share, 70% or 30% together with the business. And you can present the business plan, and then you can get some funds. Now, I don't want to speak too much about opportunities or strategic sectors because you can read that everywhere. It's always agriculture, tourism, energy, solar energy. I'm going to speak a little bit about the interest of the investors. Sometimes you have a strategy. For example, government is doing a strategy saying that we want investors in this and this and this. But on the other hand, you have the demand. You cannot say no to an investor who is looking for investing in a sector during last year and this year. Working together with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and ambassadors abroad, this is called Acronym. We had a lot of interest in automotive industry, for example. And I saw that it is even part of I learned from the meetings is Bulgaria, Romania, and
Serbia.
What's happening there is that costs are very high. On this regard, Serbia is the first one who is attracting and has attracted a lot of investors, Macedonia, and then they're coming here in Albania. Because the other part is the Northern Africa, which is logistics. So they are coming to us. We are. I had.
Last and attractive, the most attractive. Yeah.
Yes. So we had some companies. Koshner is a German company that is here for 3 years. The business is growing very fast. He opened the third factory now. We have some other companies like Mappier, which is Italian, Balkan Automotive Industry, and also another company in Durrës is producing seat cars, a full seat for the cars for Formula 1 cars. Did you know that? No.
No.
And another Albania company is producing steering wheels and shift gear for Mercedes. So a week ago or some days ago, a Korean company called Euro Corporation, they will start a business in Albania. It is present in 14 factories in Europe, 3 in Serbia, I think. Now they are opening the factory in Albania. It's more a shift from Serbia to Albania to one of the factories because in Serbia they are going to make a new factory factory for electric cars, Audi contractor. Because this is, I think, the future, electric cars, and the automotive industry is very focused on that. German companies and Japanese companies also I met last year. I asked them this year, sending some Happy New Year messages, what is going on. Apparently they are waiting for this Korean company to establish and to see how it's working, how it's going on, because we are not very careful on selecting the new location and stuff. Koreans, maybe they are more aggressive, or more, they have more courage. There is more. So other trends are in agriculture. So new kind of technologies. I don't know if I can use, but I don't want to spend too much time. In Albania, we have a zone there near Fieri, or middle of Albania, next to Adriatic Sea. It was called Karavastar Lagoon. It was a lagoon before. With the time of socialism, the people worked on that, and they took water out in order for using the land for agriculture. But it was very salty. So from the socialism time until now, but now there are some new systems called hydroponic system or aquaponic system, when the land serves only as a support for the pipes or for the construction. There are pipes that the root of the plants are staying only in the water. This is hydroponic system. And then aquaponic system is when you combine these kind of vegetables, or this system of hydroponic, with some other systems that is a fish farm. And then the water circulates, and it feeds the fish, and the excrement of the fish feeds the vegetables. There are two projects in Albania now. One of them just will start very soon, and the other one in a few months. So these are new systems. They don't need to use the land for the roots. So all this area, this is called Karavasta, is around 1,500 hectares. And now we have projects for almost all the area. People applying, investors applying for vegetables, a shrimp farm also there for 200 hectares. The government has saved a part of this Karavasta land for making solar energy, but after the meeting of the committee who decides for the territory, they shifted from the land from the solar panel to make it agricultural land. So it will be used only for agriculture. Solar panels in energy sector. This is the trend, solar energy. What is new, I saw the news. LinkedIn is an application of the Albanian Corporate for Energy and another private one to make energy from solar power plants on the hydropower station lakes. There are two projects on that. Also fishing farms in the hydropower station lakes. There are two projects also for making fishing farms growing trout there. So this is, of course, the BPO sector is always very attractive one. I know that the trend should be on ICT, but still we are on call centers focused. Last month, 2 months ago, an Indian company called BPO Fusion, they have thousands of employees. They opened the center here in now. What is our focus next? AIDA generally, until now, we were working on the reactive approach, which means that when the investor is interested and he wants some information and he wants some site visits, we help him. But it's not the best approach. The new approach is to outreach, or to go to meet them where they are. So we are working now on an outreach campaign. We have targeted the sectors, which are products, because agriculture verticals is very broad. So we have targeted medical plans better to have some value added to process them in a way. We have the possibility there even with diaspora to reach some companies. And the other sector of the automotive industry, we will make a roadshow and to present them the opportunities that have been has in these fields. Also, we are working on making a better to make a company profile and a company product, or passport of the product. It is very good because it makes we call it SME FDI linkage, which is when the investors are asking for products that can be produced in Albania, not to import them, or when they are working for the standards, so you can find partners to other companies. Please contact us if you want to invest in Albania, but no, please contact us for any question you might have, because it's not only investing, the partnership and every kind of question we can have, you are welcome. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Gentin. Now, from now and on, we'll have like the part that is dealing exactly for the purpose that the majority of you guys are here. That is the B2B presentation and the activities related to it. So, before, we're in the industry, so we have like an idea, what's going on here. And some of you guys already, they have applied, who do you want to meet, and that's going to occur in the afternoon. And afterwards, we'll have like a discussion, about some findings, of some market intelligence findings for these three industries in the region or in the countries that we visited, short. Then we'll have artificial intelligence on automotive industry. You all have the program there. That we have the case of Volvo, and we have the team leader of the project here who will share this story with us and works that they do. Then we have a good success story, Tirana Last Mile, which is also part of the presentation. So stay with us. Before we take the lunch break, guys, we'll have it here. Will be like catering, so don't leave and go far. 12. We all have something to, finger food and something to buy. In the afternoon, we have like clusters presentation. Each cluster that is present here today, not only the guys from Kiev, but we have some guys from Turkey, here, they will have their presentation too. So short, but the most important is that not many companies came to visit, but the clusters are the main liaison in between the companies and the interest, so please, let's talk with all of us, and we'll formal way of meeting each other. And this is pretty much the whole activity, and if some of you want to stay in Tirana and have a sightseeing tour in the afternoon, we organize one informal, but just please let us know. So now, Anna, please take the floor is yours. If you have any questions before we move on, I'll be happy to respond.
All there. I'm very happy to see so many people here ready to listen about our current initiative, regional initiative to support SMEs to grow and to develop internationally and automotive, renewable energy and ICT. Our project is a pilot project in the region, supported by the European Commission and DG Grow, and it is devoted to, let's say, raise the awareness among the SMEs from ICT, how they could grow on a third market out of Europe, how they could interact between industries. I mean talking about the digitalization of the industries like automotive and manufacturing. Also, the direction is, of course, green technologies. ICT, Green ICT Development Project objective is to build a strategic cluster partnership in the field of smart green technologies. As I said, among these three industries, but the main goal is to get clusters more closer to collaborate in favor of supporting SMEs growth. The specific objectives of the project are to create favorable and establishing a sustainable cross-industrial strategic partnership, to build sustainable strategic cluster partnership based on development of the internationalization strategy. But this internationalization strategy we would like to be a pragmatic and useful for the SMEs. And to promote partnership as a destination for technologies and also to raise awareness to the Commission that here in the our partnership is from 8 partners, 6 countries and 2 regions. The unique thing in in our partnership is that we have European Union member countries and non-European member countries. The 2 regions are Balkan region and Massive from Macedonia, Northern Macedonia, Automotive Cluster Serbia, Green Tech Cluster from Latvia, ICT Cluster from Central Serbia, Automotive Tower Host AITA. Actually, as a partners, especially from the ICT sector, we are working with the region as an ICT spot and outsourcing, but now we also could focus our and to raise awareness to our SMEs here in the region that in order they to be competitive, they should have their own products and services. I will be very pragmatic. I will not take your time to explain our activities. Andrei from Push IT will be with the survey and focus on countries. I just would like to introduce to you what are the benefits from the GIG project to the companies and how you could be involved in our activities. So how companies could benefit from GIG project? We already made a survey to companies from the region and our member companies about the preferred third markets and the products they have. Also, if they have interest to cross-collaborate and have some innovation projects with automotive ICT, green ICT, green automotive. Then you could take part in our free webinars. We was organizing during last 4 months. We was organizing webinars in order to raise internationalization skills of SMEs. These webinars could be found, or videos of these webinars could be found on our social media. I will show you the links later on. And now this is one of our B2B events. We are going to have 6 B2B events. Now we have the second in Albania, and the next one will be in April, 16-17 April in Riga. So if somebody would like to participate, you could contact Dritan, and also you could find information on our social media. So here it is, our Facebook group and page. Down you could see the link, and there also you could have the whole information related to the project development and what we are organizing. how we will proceed further, because we are aiming to, in the second cycle, we are aiming to organize B2Bs on the third markets countries and to support, to have support financial from these third markets. This was all from me. Thank you. And successful.
Thank you, Anna. In fact, it was something very interesting for the ones who really love social media channels. If you guys want your company or your organization to watch this activity live, it is Tirana Last Mile in the YouTube channel. And please, visit, share, and, as many followers as you can, because it is just an interesting. Thank you for this thing, guys. Now, it is, like, we can do, like, we can start from here. Just 30 seconds, who do you represent, who you are? So it's no more than 10 minutes. Yes, please.
My name is Andrei Taman. I am the Executive Director of Cluj IT Cluster in Romania. And I'll stop here because later on I have a presentation and I'll be talking a bit more about my organization and what we have done in this project.
Thank you.
My name is Filip Stojanovic, and I'm the director of the Regional Economic Growth Project supported by USAID. We work with the IT cluster and the whole network. We work with agriculture and agribusinesses in the region, and tourism and some other things, but those are the main sectors, and startups, of course.
Thank you. Thank you, Filip. One of you guys here.
Hi, my name is Todor Mitov. I work for ICT Cluster Bulgaria, and we're here to see how we can be of best value to our companies in Bulgaria.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Krasimira Shinova. I'm coming from Bulgarian Cluster Telecommunication. We are 19 companies in Technical University of Sofia, covering the entire spectrum of telecommunication service. I'm here to find new partners and opportunities for our members, and I'll be glad to talk to you later.
Thank you. Anna?
Once again, Anna Naidenova, Executive Director of ICT Cluster. We are an umbrella organization of ICT business in Bulgaria. I'm ready to discuss future collaboration with Bulgarian companies and organizations, of course.
Anelia Perhot from Bulgaria. I'm an owner of a couple of companies which I will present this afternoon, and I hope to find partners and collaboration.
Thank you. Okay.
Hi, I'm Zeri Validation. I'm a student in the second year of environmental engineering. I'm just here because I listened about this in Facebook, and I was interested about this conference, and of course I was interested in the project of renewable energy because I've studied environmental engineering.
Okay.
Thank you. And this is my friend.
Okay. Cousin or friend?
Hi everyone, my name is Tamar. I'm coming from Turkey. I'm the cluster manager of Awesome Renewable Energy Cluster, so I'm here to meet Green Network with our country and my members. So I'm do the presentation down to them.
Thanks for coming.
Hello everyone, my name is Branimir Džanopojac. I'm coming from Serbia. I'm a cluster manager of ICT Cluster, seeking for partners cluster to cluster and business to business with our companies.
Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm Andre Sejdin, Executive Director of MMT Albania, branch of MMT Austria. We are developers and business opportunity seekers, and in renewable energy and solar industry, constructing solar plants and investing on. We are in partnership with our core industry partner, which is Headless here, and my colleague is here. Thank you.
Thank you.
My name is Stanislav Malinovsky. I am the head of international projects of Elio Strategia Ukraine. We are famous EPC company which act in solar business. with an experience of 500 megawatts of PV power plants. So in joint venture with NLT Albania, we trying to do business here.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Milena Mitova and I work for Automotive Cluster Bulgaria. I am responsible for projects and events. Today in the afternoon I will tell you more about our cluster. Where I will be glad to meet everyone from you to tell more about our cluster and to search about new possibilities for cooperation.
Okay, thank you, Michelle.
Hello everybody, I am Dorota Hissa. I am the administrator of AutoU company. It's an Albanian company working in the electromobility field. I'm very excited to share with you later a presentation of what we are doing in Albania, and actually it's a technology that we can apply everywhere. Thank you.
Se manca la mia assistente, parlo in italiano, non posso esprimere in inglese. Io sono un ambasciatore di pace, nonché direttore e amministratore di una multinazionale. Operiamo in più di 70 paesi, abbiamo 800 partner che lavorano con noi. Siamo qui per incontrarci alle 10:30.
Okay, do you need some translation? My Italian is not the best. I think it's the head of multinational organizations with so many branches all over the places. And thank you, Dr.
Yeah, Mr. Rama. Angelo is one of our directors for Europe, from Italy and Europe. Our sector are from Ukraine to Venezuela. We are in elevator industry, in solar technologies, in tourism, in agriculture, in education, in ICT projects, in clusters, and in research. We are kindly invited by Bitar, who is a friend of ours, and we think to find in the B2B some opportunities to work with Romanian partners or Bulgarian partners that are very welcome. You have the database of our contacts in the schedule, so you can mail us if Angelo is not able to communicate fluently in English, because I have another meeting on the place. Excuse me for today that our assistants are in other meetings. So enjoy the meeting and the presentation, and I'm very happy to see you.
Thank you. Thanks for coming.
Hello, I'm Florian Boko, project manager for Tirana Last Mile. Actually, it's a project that deals in electromobility. Actually, we are working in decarbonization of light and medium transportation from passenger cars to van.
Thank you.
I am Samuel Bonte. I come from Volvo Group. I'm basically a research manager for AI and how we are using AI for autonomous driving.
Thank you.
I'm here as a guest speaker.
Hello, my name is Igor Vietor and I'm coming from Serbia, from Serbian Automotive Cluster
sector in Albania, and we're working currently with ITA, with IT Association, to increase outsourcing. Thank you.
Thank you, Ante. And Yusuf.
Hello everyone, my name is Kirill Travis. I am together with my colleague from Tech 360.
Okay.
Sizing the opportunity to see not only smart home but smart everywhere.
Okay. So this is a very good combination of smart, green, ICT, so let's try to find doing some work together, it would be great. Even getting to know, doing some work and have a good life. So now, following the agenda, we have a presentation about some, as a project, we did run a very beautiful market intelligence, and Andrei is going to present some of those results. And then, we have Samir and Tirana Mara. Please.
So, good morning everybody, once again. Thank you, Tani, for giving me the opportunity to present some of the things that we are doing. I have to be honest with you and say that this is a presentation that I prepared on the fly, starting yesterday and finishing it this morning. It was somebody else who was supposed to be here from Cluj IT Cluster with a different presentation. So please bear with me and have some lenience if this is not perfect, because it has not been rehearsed. First, I would like to talk a little bit about Cluj IT Cluster and where I'm coming from. And with this, I will skip the session of cluster presentations that we have later on. So I will not be talking later on about Cluj IT Cluster. We like to define ourselves as an agent of change. And from the presentation, from the few slides that I have about Cluj IT, you will understand why. Cluj, or Cluj-Napoca, how it's called, is the informal capital of Transylvania. Transylvania is the northwestern part of Romania, and is most famous for the fact that it's a university center. It has more than 11 universities, and it hosts more than 100,000 students in the city, which is about a quarter of the population. So it's a very young, very youthful, vibrant city. We also have more than 15 research institutes, and it's one of the most active civic life in Romania. It is also a multicultural community. We have Romanians, of course. We have Hungarian. I myself, I'm half Hungarian, half Romanian, and also a remaining small German community. But most of the universities that we have in Cluj are teaching not only in Romanian, but also in English, in German, some in French, of course Hungarian. It is also the capital of cluster organizations. We have several cluster organizations in Cluj. IT, of course, energy, agriculture, furniture, and creative industries. They are, of course, built on the economic engines of Cluj. Education, as I said, it's the main feature and the main attraction of the city, and also, I would say, the ingredient for the resilience of the city. Then we have ITC, energy industry, business support services, specialized medical services, cultural and creative industries. According to a very recent, not recent, but anyway, a World Bank report, the GDP capita in Cluj is on par with the European average, which is 26,000 euros. I have to say, though, that this is not valid for the entire country. So Cluj, in many ways, is the exception. It is an exception because Cluj has managed a very rapid transition from a predominantly manufacturing city to one that has a very strong and balanced economic mix. It's an economic growth pole with high diversity, which is often perceived as a sign of maturity. The IT sector, I would say now, is the main economic pillar in Cluj. It employs more than 15,000 people, and we have about 1,200 IT businesses open in the city. This is in Romanian, but I wanted to keep this slide just to give you a flavor of what Cluj means for Romania. People were asked in a study of the World Bank, again, people in Romania were asked if they want to move, what would be the first destination? And Cluj has come up the number one. What's about Cluj IT? We are an innovation-based value industry. We have been formally established in 2012, October, and it's a very classical cluster organization where propel the development of the IT sector through the universities and the research centers, also important policymakers and the public administration and various communities. And a few few words about on the European Cluster Collaboration Platform, something that I encourage every cluster to become part of. It's not, you don't have to be a member of the European Union to be present on the European Cluster Collaboration Platform. It's a very good tool to get to meet people, to understand what is going on in the, let's say, cluster world. We are also a member of the European Digital SMEs Alliance through the 3D ICT network that somehow was highlighted before my intervention, of which we are a founding member. If you've not heard about the 3D ICT network, we are a unique initiative in this part of the world, let's say in the Baltic and Balkan area. We have more than 15 organizations who are now members of this informal network. We like to cooperate, we like to talk to each other to understand what we are doing and to develop projects together. This is a snapshot of what Cluj IT does and our mission. Our mission is to transform an industry that is based mostly on IT services or outsourcing, how it is also known. And we have several tools for that. As you can see, it's a cycle that we envision. We share a lot of information to our members. We support innovation to different projects like this one, like LEAF, for example. We create synergies among our members. We educate and train. We work a lot. We work a lot with our universities and companies, and we have different programs for trainings, not just on technology. That's part of what we do, but it's not only that. We provide a lot of networking opportunities. We encourage internationalization, and finally, of course, we want to develop businesses which are more sustainable and resilient to different outside factors. A few examples of some of the projects that we have initiated along the years. This one is very recent. We established a digital innovation hub, which we call Transylvania iHub 4.0. As you can imagine, it will be dealing with services that we will be providing to the market for the industrialization, automation of the industry. Other two examples are what we call Kronos. Kronos is a project that we are implementing with financing from the Ministry of Research in Romania, and basically we are focusing on identifying research that is being carried out in the universities and has potential to be transferred to the market. Also, we have another project which is called Future of Work. This is financed by the European Commission. We are part of a larger local consortium led by the municipality of Cluj, where we will imagine and reimagine the way we will be working in 10 or 15 or 20 years from now on. We concentrate a lot on smart city. Our members provide a lot of solutions in the smart city area. We have been working with several municipalities and regional counties in Romania, and we are constantly expanding. It's a business model also that we apply here. Of course, we work in Cluj, we work in Oradea, Alba Iulia, which is also nearby, and Cluj County. We have an annual event, which we call Cluj Innovation Days. It's not about IT, it's about showcasing innovations that are facilitated by technology. This year's edition is going to happen in universities in Cluj. This time is going to, I'm not going to go into details what we have been doing in this project with Cluj IT, but as Tani was saying before, we prepared a market intelligence report. It's not very refined, so what you see here is some information that I extracted from the report. It's a lengthy document that we cannot get published. So it's a very raw data that I extracted. I hope I'll have a better presentation in Riga in April. The scope of the market intelligence report is to highlight the evolution of ICT, automotive and green tech sectors in some of the countries of the Balkan and the Baltic regions. And you have seen the countries that are involved in the project, so I'm not going to insist here. It was finalized in December 2018, submitted at the beginning of January 2019, and is currently under final revision. Yesterday we had a project meeting and we discussed some of the things that we need to change or amend in this report. I will focus on a few regional highlights, I would say. Our approach was twofold. First, to assess the relevance and possibilities of cross-pollination. That means, basically, in more plain words, to assess the opportunities to collaborate among industries, among the 3 industries that are part of the project. For opening new streams of innovations in the context of businesses in the countries that are involved in the project. And second, having this done, to see if we can open new opportunities in emerging markets. And I highlighted here China and Egypt, because these are the 2 countries apparently that where businesses from our region see some opportunities that can occur. I personally have some questions regarding our chances. 2 surveys on companies from ICT, automotive and green tech sectors. The details, but anyway, we have been very scientific, let's say, about the way in which we approached this task. We had a survey, a questionnaire that we applied. 294 companies have responded. We were aiming for more, but still 300 companies, I think it's a good result. As you can see, we have a small and medium-sized company, large company, class organization, business associations that have responded to this survey. Because most of the members of the network or the project consortium are from the IT sector, most of the answers came from this sector. But nevertheless, automotive and energy are also represented. Much shorter as applied in time for a shorter period. We have applied here. Some